Hey, what's going on? This is Gold Snaps. This video is on the possible Shuri nerfs that are coming up. According to Glenn Jones, who's a principal game designer at Second Dinner, they are looking to push a patch to target the Thanos and Shuri decks. So, emphasis on decks and not necessarily just cards. So they want to target the cards that are normally surrounding the Shuri decks. And what are those cards? Those cards are Red Skull, She-Hulk, and Taskmaster. I think the most obvious change to make and the least creative change would be Red Skull and making him cost 1 more, making him cost 6 instead of 5. And so then that means you can't Taskmaster him on turn 6. Because I run a Shuri deck, and what I do is on turn 4, I'll run Shuri. Turn 5, I'll put down Red Skull, he has 30 power. And then turn 6, I'll put down Taskmaster, he also has 30 power. So that's 60 power within 3 turns. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to do that. You would only have 30 power if you played Taskmaster then, because you could only put him down on turn 6. So that's one option. There's She-Hulk. Again, same change, make her cost 1 more, make her cost 7. But what I would do again with She-Hulk is turn 4, Shuri. Turn 5, I would do nothing. Then turn 6, I would go She-Hulk for 20 and Taskmaster for another 20. If you make She-Hulk cost 1 more, then you can't go She-Hulk and Taskmaster on turn 6. And then lastly, Taskmaster, make him cost 1 more as well. And again, that last combo that I mentioned with She-Hulk, Taskmaster, you can't do that. But I don't think that's the main complaint about Shuri decks. I think it's about Red Skull and Taskmaster. Okay, so what do you do? What do you do if Red Skull gets nerfed? I would look into putting other cards. You can't really put down another 5 cost that gives you the kind of power output that Red Skull does. So for me, off the top of my head, I would put in like maybe Typhoid Mary. So again, yeah, you're not getting the power output, but it gives you an option in case you don't pull She-Hulk. So you still get that 20 from Shuri if you put down Typhoid Mary. So that is still a nerf because you'll never get that 60 power ever again, but at least gives you another option to get 20. I was thinking of Atuma. Atuma is another option, but then the problem with that is you can't proceed Atuma with Cosmos. You can't protect him, so that's kind of a big problem in my opinion. I guess you could put Atuma in armor, make sure he's protected there, but still a nerf because you don't have as much variety as far as which locations you could put him in. Yeah, you could use Atuma, but still a little more restricted. We've kind of been neglecting Shuri. Could Shuri be nerfed? I guess technically you could, but it wouldn't make sense because, I don't know, I think of Wong. Wong is also a 4 cost, 2 power, and he doubles the power, or he doubles the reveal of whoever's placed in his location. And I suppose you could do something like that. You could make it so only the cards that are placed in Shuri's location, the next card that's placed in her location is doubled in power. I guess you could do that, and that would also make it so that you can't Arnim Zola. Or you can Arnim Zola, but you increase the risk of instead Arnim Zoloing Shuri instead of like the Typhoid Mary or the Atuma that you place down. And actually no, not even Atuma. Yeah, Atuma would be destroyed because of Shuri being there. You could nerf Shuri in that way, but that doesn't make sense to me. I don't think Shuri is necessarily the problem that people are complaining about. It's Red Skull. So yeah, those are my ideas on what could be nerfed, how, and what your alternatives would be. Would you still play a Shuri deck if one of those changes was made? Or would you switch to something else? What would you switch to? Or how would you change how you run a Shuri deck if these changes were made? Let me know. And if you'd like to catch my games, I'm at twitch.tv/goldsnaps. Hope to see you there, and thank you for listening, and happy snapping.